Welcome to Live from Home. I'm Bruce Dalzell. My son Harlan's one of the more intelligent people I know. He got his undergrad at Boston University. He came home on break, probably '06 or so, and he handed me this CDR. And he said, I think you'll like this. And written on it in pencil was the name Danny Schmidt. Indeed, we liked him. Danny was on heavy red rotation in our house for years. My daughter choreographed a dance piece to one of his tunes, Make Right the Time. She was 15 or so. Beautiful thing. And then, out of the blue, he takes up with my pal Carrie Elgin and marries her. Has a child by her. Danny engineered my Austin Sessions album. He was pretty quiet the whole time, except he gave me a couple lyric suggestions. I tell you, when Danny Schmidt gives you a suggestion, you take it. Chicago Tribune named him to their list of the 50 most important songwriters in the last 50 years. And I would concur. Danny Schmidt.
Hello, I'm Danny Schmidt. This is Carrie Elkin from Austin, Texas. I'm going to share a couple songs with y'all. There's a face in the distance, they're all distant now. She's holding her breath, and she's hiding her mouth. We're walking on opposite sides of a lonely divide. And the closer we came, the further it felt, until I crossed the road and then she crossed herself. I waved as we passed, and she smiled with the bags of her eyes. Oh, 2020 faded away. Your weeks into months and your months into days. They all blur together like tears on the pages of angels were writing it down. A party's a cocktail we drink all alone. Our friends are a movie we watch on our phone. Our parents are teenagers sneaking around in the night. And our children are monkeys that are tied to our wrists. Our houses are wrecking balls tied to a list. The plan is a guess where the jester insists that he's right. Oh, 2020, you're fading away. Your weeks into months and your months into days. They all blur together like tears on the pages of angels were writing it down. Well, the
sort of from this period of time, from this peculiar period of time that we've been living through.
Tear the world in half, the haves from the have-not haves, and built a fire between us, and hoped like hell to raise the phoenix. Tear the world in two, the truths from the half, the truths, the lies, and the bad disguises from the facts and Nobel Prizes, yeah. These were once good lands of good neighbors and good friends. We used to fight like dancers, one call with different answers. These were open lands, and strangers were our future friends. But fences make for consequences. We're prisoners of our own defenses, yeah. Now our heart's been broken. We lost our way but found it stolen, hidden in a storm of nothing, a hurricane of newsmen blushing. Now our eyes are bleeding, tears of loss of reason, a pool of our own objections. We're honest men with no reflections, yeah. Here's the choice, my sister, gentle warrior, fierce resistor. Fill the sky like blackbirds, or sit and watch the world spin backwards. Here's the choice, my brother, old soldier, different drummer. March hard to break the borders, or stay and guard the old world orders. Here's the choice, my child, raise your hands and reconcile, while the king kneels down before us. It's time for you to rise in chorus. It's time to set our anger free. It's time for facts to shake beliefs. It's time to name the new North Star. It's time for flames to skewer the dark. It's time to shake the voting booth. It's time for us to scream the truth. Now it's time, my friends. It's time to make us whole again. Just as the world revolves, let's get these broken days resolved.
Thank you. Thank you to Carrie Elkin, and thank you to Bruce and Drew for putting this beautiful series together. We're delighted to be a part of it. I'm Danny Schmidt. Thank you all.
This is called The Bovine Serenade. The echo of cowbells rises out of the hollow like a mist on a late winter's morn. But the sun is just sinking down over the ridgeline as they make their way back to the barn. And I wonder, does time turn slower for those who live without regret? And to be reincarnated as a big old Guernsey might just be the best relief yet. The pickup is parked by the side of the pasture. I am watching the dying of day, and the fragrance of lilac mixes in with manure to remind me to be on my way. The picture that lays out before me was drawn by a mighty hand. But the dirt road that brought me to this lonesome hilltop is all that I understand. And I wonder why this is my portion, a sorrow that knows no repair. But a chorus of cowbells carries me homeward to the love that is waiting there.